So today we are in Guitarmageddon ZL1's ZL1. This is the 2017 ZL1, and I actually reviewed his previous generation ZL1 as well the last time I visited here. It is a fun fact that he does own two ZL1s.
Do I?
I think so. So the previous generation was a performance monster. LSA engine, 6.2 liter V8, making 580 horsepower. But this is even more ridiculous. 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque out of a 6.2 liter supercharged V8 dubbed the LT4. Same engine as in the Z06 that I just reviewed. Big news for this is that it has the option of a 10-speed automatic transmission, which of course you are so very proud of.
I am very proud, dude.
You've also got the option of a 6-speed manual. What I love about the new ZL1 is that Chevy wanted to design this as the best pony car around the track, on the road, and in a drag race. It's not like a Hellcat that's a one-trick pony that weighs a lot, that's really fast in a straight line. This car was actually faster in manual and transmission form around Willow Springs than a 570S and a 650S Spider, both of which cost way more than this, which starts at $63,400. I mean, for that, 61?
Yeah, 61.5, I think. Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That it's almost the best car for the money.
For under 70 grand, pretty much is what it is. You can get a car that beats a 650S around track.
Yeah.
And the thing about it too is, when you were saying about the manual, now they released those times and it beat the 10-speed auto a little bit.
Yeah.
I think Randy Popst drove it.
Yep.
Well, what happened was off camera, or I should say not recorded, they recorded a faster time with the auto, but the tire pressure was screwed up or something. They didn't have the right tire pressure in the tires, which is why they beat it with the manual. Now, the auto also did beat the Z06 around a track too.
No way. That is nuts.
I think either Motor Trend or one of those bigger review companies did it.
That's crazy. So one thing that this has as an advantage over the Z06 is it has 11 radiators. That, I mean,
11 heating, yeah. You've got like multiple auxiliary, you know, that's where the 11 comes from. Obviously you have your standard radiator, heat exchanger for the blower. You got your, you know, rear diff cooler, you got your transmission cooler, and then all of those have auxiliary coolers. So there goes 8, and then you've got 2 more on the actual supercharger blower. You have obviously the AC, you know, radiator, but like, yeah, there's enough. This car should not overheat, let's just say.
Yeah, exactly. It was a big deal when the Bugatti Veyron came out with 10 radiators, but this one has 11.
Hell heaven.
It's also got magnetic ride suspension, so scans the road just like the Z06, measures over 1,000 times per second so that it soaks up bumps, but is also firm and has no body roll around the track. We've got different driving modes that can be selected via this toggle here. We are in Sport right now. When you put it into Sport or Track, you can feel the steering tighten up a lot more than in Touring, which I like. I like tight steering.
Yeah, well the nice thing too is about it, you can select if you even want that. I could have Tour steering all the time, but have track suspension.
Nice.
Or I could have track steering and Tour suspension, which is cool.
So let's put this into manual and see what the paddles are like, because apparently this 10-speed is awesome. Downshifts are pretty friggin' instant.
Yeah.
Can't go full throttle here because, well, we've got drag radials on the back. But one big problem I had with the automatic Z06, the 8-speed, is the paddle response was pretty garbage, and they've totally fixed that with this. I would like to see them put the 10-speed in the new ZR1, but according to Mike, potentially they're just going to keep the 8-speed.
I don't know why they wouldn't.
I don't know either.
That doesn't make any sense. They want a fast Corvette with the 10-speed in it.
Exactly. I mean, this car does 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. That's absolutely nuts.
So the car is probably faster than the Corvette, the 10-speed.
Yeah.
I would assume.
And the crazy part is, it doesn't actually weigh all that much. 3,800, 3,900 pounds. It's 170 pounds lighter than the previous generation. It looks so much bigger than a Corvette, just because it has the Camaro body style, but it's not that much heavier.
No, and the thing about it too is, even though it is a heavier car, to be able to have a car go around a track faster, it's really not about power versus weight ratio. It really isn't. It's now all of a sudden it's about the car staying in that optimal power band with this transmission. That's the thing about it. Like when you get up, I mean, once you get up into a higher speed and really get on it, you're gonna be like, oh wow, it never dies.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it doesn't die. So that's the cool thing about it. And it's not geared as crazy as most people will think. The first 3 gears are really essentially the same as a normal car.
Okay.
And then once you get to 4, 5, and 6, that's where it's like real tightly geared to keep the car in that power range. So it's nice. It's cool. It's so fast from the factory. I love it.
So what are your favorite parts about the car so far?
Other than the 10-speed, obviously, is fun. I mean, this interior is so much better than
Oh my God, yeah.
And I've been saying this to a lot of people, and this is my #1 thing about this car. It's not a Camaro anymore. It's a high-quality, high-performance sports car because it doesn't have a raw muscle car feel. It's way more exotic-like. Like when you get on it, you'll see. And then the interior is way better. Like you have all these amenities, heated steering wheel, and like heated and cooled seats. And a lot of those already come with luxury cars, like standard. Like that's no surprise to anybody. But to have it in a Camaro, like, okay.
And we've got ambient lighting, a nice screen. The second I looked at the interior, the first thing I said was, wow. Like, I was impressed.
Exactly, yep.
Anything you haven't liked about it so far?
That it's not loud enough. I think it's a little quiet, but I love the supercharger whine.
You can hear it pretty well.
Whining all the time. Other than that, I really don't have any gripes about it, honestly.
That's awesome.
I haven't really found anything to hate yet. I guess I should say that.
Yep. Well, I mean, the back seats are small, but to be expected.
Yeah.
You probably aren't even going to use them.
No,
if you do, you can put groceries back there.
Well, my 5'3" girlfriend almost hit her head on the ceiling.
Yeah, there's absolutely no space.
Chevy was basically like, here's an awesome car. Oh, shit. So in order for it to be a Camaro, we need rear seats. All right, just throw them in there. That's pretty much exactly what
actually. Ooh, there's a nice S-Class. So we're about to get on the freeway here where you can actually run it through some gears. But so far, I mean, I'm impressed. It's got kind of like a tank-like vibe where you've got a very small front window, but the blind spots aren't bad.
They're not bad, but okay, so that's probably the only thing I don't like at this point is that blind spot. However, Chevy, they have blind spot indicator things. It's the little car right there.
Yep.
So that'll light up with that little star.
Sure.
When you have if it's lit up, that means there's something there. When you do your turn signal, it flashes because it thinks you're gonna merge.
Yep.
So it's like a blind spot indicator, which saved me. It actually did save me. I almost hit someone.
That's awesome.
Merging at night because you cannot see right there because it's so small. So
I really like these air vents too.
Yeah, they're cool because you can control how the airflow and control where it goes.
It's like an airplane turbine style Mercedes is doing, and everyone seems to be doing. These seats are super comfortable.
Recaros,
Nice suede. The steering wheel's a great size.
I like how there's so much of it everywhere. This microfiber suede stuff, it's everywhere.
It looks great.
It hides all that Chevy plastic, you know?
It does. It doesn't look cheap anywhere. Like, of course there's plastic, but the way they did it and the finish to it, it feels really nice.
Yeah.
It's almost like rubberized a bit.
The ambient lighting here at night is nice. Everything's LED. None of it is that like yellow halogen light. It's all the nice bright white, even like the numbers.
Can you change the colors of the ambient lighting?
24 different colors.
Wow. So there you go. All right, let's see what this thing's like. Oh, there's that 4th and 5th that are really short.
I told you, dude. Isn't that crazy?
Wow. So it's quick, man. It's very interesting how the first 3 gears, you don't notice a difference between a 6 or 7 speed and a 10 speed, but then the 4th, 5th are I like it. And
do it again with this straight. When it flattens out to the straight.
Sure.
Try it again. Get a little more. Get up past those gears. I'll show you how it kind of changes a little bit. Keep downshifting. Another one. There you go. See, there's where it starts to change a little bit. You see that?
Yeah, 6th gear definitely is taller.
Downshift.
Wow, that's crazy. The downshifts were almost all going to the same RPM. That's awesome. So you're right in the power band the entire time.
I told you, this transmission's sick. For not being a dual clutch transmission.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing is, it seems like a lot of companies are going back to automatics. So the new E63 AMG is going to be an 8-speed automatic. The new BMW M5 is rumored to be an automatic, and all these companies that were touting, oh, DCT, it's the best. Apparently not. What's this like when you leave it in, let's say, sport or track, but you're in automatic mode? Does it automatically downshift? Is it pretty intelligent on, on that?
Oh, yeah.
We've got a, what, a G-force meter in front of me?
Yeah, there's a couple different ones. This is just performance section. Then
nice.
You've got wheel slip. There's your left and right G.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I like that one because it shows all of it.
Yep. You've got a electronic limited slip rear differential. That's helpful around the track. The 1LE version of the ZL1 looks really impressive as well. It's basically got bigger tires than this, some more aero upgrades. Pretty much the same car, but a little bit more track focused. It's interesting that they came out with that because the second I saw the new ZL1, I thought, wow, they pretty much created a ZL1 combined with the last generation Z28. How are they going to ever make a Z28? Which I don't know if they even are at this point.
Who knows, man? If they do, it's going to be retarded.
Yeah, it would be absolutely ridiculous. Because the Z28 was an awesome car. Reviewed that. Awesome suspension, 305 tires all the way around. The grip was insane, but it was not quite powerful enough. It's like 505 horsepower and it weighed a decent amount. It was quick, but it felt like it could use more power. Right. With 650, you don't need more power. But are you going to do stuff to this in the future?
I mean, the average person doesn't need more, but I do.
Exactly. It's so crazy.
Imagine though, dude. Imagine this getting just a few bolt-ons to up the boost.
Yep.
And like that thing would pull like crazy. You know what I mean? It just doesn't give. It doesn't give. That's the, and that's the cool thing about this trans. I'm just, you know, it's just doesn't give up. This is actually the first time I've rode in it in the passenger seat going full throttle, and
it's pretty intense.
It's exactly how people told me. It's cool.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, and it doesn't seem to let up even through 6th gear. It felt like a similar pull as 3rd and 4th gear, and that's because of the gearing. It's pretty phenomenal.
Yep.
Exterior wise, I think this car looks great. I think they did a better job than the previous generation. It looks menacing. Like you said, it looks more exotic and aggressive. People, when we went to lunch with this, were staring at it. It's not really a Camaro. It's a step above that. It's an awesome looking sports car. That front grille, oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. I love the new ZL1. The transmission is awesome. I'd like to test drive a 6-speed manual, but I feel like this car is best in a 10-speed automatic. The new interior is gorgeous. There's leather and suede everywhere. Got a beautiful instrument cluster and display. We've even got 24 different colors of ambient lighting and 650 horsepower. Not really that much to hate about that. Make sure to subscribe to Guitarmageddon ZL1. Thanks so much for letting me review your car. I know you just got it, so letting me review your baby is pretty awesome. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next video.